Should I increase my dose? Is a question I see get asked a lot in microdosing only spaces, and definitely a question I ask myself plenty of times. For me, I noticed not having a proper plan for when to increase my dose meant I either could have increased my dose sooner or I could have avoided increasing it so I wouldn't get any more nausea and bloat. So in this video, I'm going to go over how I decide when to increase my dose and share my 3-part questionnaire checklist. I'm Nico, nutrition coach microdosing tirzepatide to help control my binge eating and to lose some vanity weight. All right, here's what I'm going to cover. First, my approach to microdosing for fat loss, then I'll explain my checklist, and last I'll go over some examples on how I use it. A quick disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only. I'm just talking about my experience with microdosing. Speak to your doctor or provider before making any changes to your dose. My approach to microdosing is to take the lowest dose that works for me, mainly because I don't want to rely only on my GLP-1 to help with weight loss, but also because having a lower dose means I get more control over how I respond to side effects and appetite suppression. I use tirzepatide to help manage my hunger while losing weight, not for weight loss itself. To explain what I mean, I see a lot of people constantly increase their dose to lose more weight, mainly because they get more appetite suppression, which then completely gets rid of their hunger, and that can translate to barely eating and then weight loss follows. I prefer not to go that route, and I'll explain it later as we go through the checklist. And to give you some context on how many times I've increased my dose, I started at 0.25 milligrams tirzepatide. Then over the course of 8 months, I went to 0.3 milligrams, 0.4, 0.5, then 0.75, and then moved back down to 0.6, which is decreasing my dose. I did for like 2 weeks, and then back up to 0.75 milligrams again, which is where I'm at now and where I've been at for most of my weight loss. It was definitely a lot of trial and error because I have to handle my dosing schedule on my own since my provider doesn't help me. At first it sucked, but now I like it because I just get more control over my dose. But anyways, that's my approach. I take the lowest dose that works for me and I use my GLP-1 to help manage my hunger. I want to go over this because it's related to the next part, which is my checklist. So before I consider increasing my dose, I ask myself, am I getting enough appetite suppression? Am I at my dose limits? And can I manage my hunger? I'll explain each one, then go through some examples of when I consider increasing my dose and when I keep it the same. First is appetite suppression, and I define it as getting full faster, staying full longer, and reduce hunger and cravings, but not completely getting rid of it. I like giving a donut example when going over this. So get full faster means instead of being full after eating 2 donuts, I get full after eating 1. Staying full longer, instead of being full for 3 hours, I stay full for like 5 hours. Reduce hunger and cravings, I want the donut, but I don't need the donut, and I would be okay if I didn't have it. If I don't get at least 2 of these during the week, then I might check this off my checklist. Now, it's pretty common for me to have less of an appetite for a few days after I take my shot compared to later in the week when my shot wears off. That's completely okay and normal. But if I take my shot and I don't get at least 2 of these, then I might have a problem with my dose. And that problem is that it might not be enough. And by the way, if you're curious about my whole dosing approach and how I lose weight while microdosing, you can check the link below where I share everything I'm doing. All right, the next thing on my checklist is, am I at my dose limits? What does this mean? So if increasing my dose gives me too much appetite suppression that I can't eat enough food and I'll be low on energy or feel fatigued, then I won't increase it. If I can't tolerate the nausea and bloat that I already get and is probably going to get worse with the higher dose, then I won't increase it. If increasing my dose means I have to spend more money and it becomes too expensive that I get priced out, then I won't increase it. If I just get one of these 3, then I don't even think about increasing my dose, and it means I'm most likely at my limits and I can't increase it anymore. Because going past the limits and dealing with any of these means it's unsustainable and it makes losing weight much harder, or I might have to quit, which I don't want to do. Now, sometimes I don't know if I'll go past my limits besides the money part, so it's just a bunch of trial and error. I found out the hard way by experimenting with how often I take my shot and taking it a day earlier than usual. I got a ton of nausea and bloat and I couldn't handle it, and because of that I found my limits and I potentially can't increase my dose much anymore, if at all. The last box on my checklist, can I manage my hunger? I manage hunger using what I call hunger management methods. So things like eating my meals at a specific time or eating certain foods that keep me full. I got a bunch of these, but I'll go over my 3 favorite ones real quick. First is only eating when hungry. Like I'll make sure not to eat unless I'm really hungry, so I'll move my meals around. Second, drink more calorie-free liquid drinks. So like more water or more diet and zero sodas. They help fill up my stomach and keep me full. And 3 is eat bland or less appetizing foods like plain chicken or unsalted butter potatoes. Anything with little to no flavor works for me. So doing a combination of these helps me manage my hunger and is actually what's responsible for keeping my dose as low as possible, because I don't have to rely on constantly increasing my dose to manage my hunger for me. But sometimes these aren't enough and I need a little help, which is why I increase my dose. I got a bunch more of these methods, but these have been my go-tos the past few months. All right, we went over my 3-part questionnaire checklist. So am I getting enough appetite suppression? Am I at my dose limits? And can I manage my hunger? To use it, I ask myself each question, and if I answered yes, then that's a check mark. If I answered yes and check one or more of these, then I don't increase my dose. And if I don't check all 3, then I highly consider increasing my dose. All 3 are the key words. Let's go over some examples to help make it more clear. For the first example, no increase. So am I getting enough appetite suppression? So let's say I get full fast, I stay full longer, and I have reduced hunger and cravings, but it's not completely gone. That's a yes, so I put a check mark. Am I at my dose limits, meaning I can't increase my dose without going past my personal limits, like I'll get too much appetite suppression or too many side effects. So let's say if I do increase my dose, I'll go past my limits, then that is a yes. And can I manage my hunger? Yes, check mark. Since I said yes to all 3, I don't need to increase my dose, and it means I can avoid potentially getting more downsides and taking more GLP-1 than I need to. Let's do another example, also no increase. Am I getting enough appetite suppression? Let's say yes, that's a check mark. Am I at my dose limits? Let's say no, so that's a no check mark. Can I manage my hunger? Yes, so check mark. I said yes to 2 out of 3 of these, so I don't increase my dose. And even if I only check 1 out of the 3, then that's still no increase. I need all 3 no's to consider going up. Okay, last example, but this time I increase my dose. Am I getting enough appetite suppression? This time, no. I don't get full faster, I don't stay full longer, and my hunger and cravings aren't reduced for at least 2 of these. Am I at my dose limits? No. So I can increase it and I'll be okay and won't go past my limits. Can I manage my hunger? That's a no. So my hunger management methods aren't enough to help. It's really important that I answer these honestly, because one time I didn't and I got way too much more nausea and bloat that I can handle. I think I talked about it earlier. And on top of that, I just couldn't eat food all day. So yeah, it was too much. And like I said about my approach, I want to take the lowest possible dose for me. Increasing my dose is always just a last resort, but it doesn't mean I don't increase. I'll take as much as I need to get the appetite suppression I want, assuming I don't get any downsides like too many side effects or not being able to eat enough. I'm putting the slide up again so you can pause and look at this bottom part if you wanted to. Now, let's say I increase my dose. The next question is by how much? I'm really sensitive to the meds, so I just increase it by what I think is the lowest amount that will work for me. This isn't medical advice. I'm just talking about what I do, and what I say probably won't work for you anyways, because it took me a few tries to figure out what worked for me. So ask your provider or doctor if you want to make changes. Now, something related to increasing dose is whether or not to increase the total amount or frequency, meaning how often I take my shot. I'll put a video about my approach to that in the end card thing, or you can check the link below where I just share my whole dosing process. It's free. But yeah, that's the video. Hope this helped. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching. Bye.